My name is Nick Cosgrove, and I'm here with my really great friend, Big Al Horkoff. How are you doing?
Good, thanks. How you guys doing?
How are you hanging in there right now with COVID-19?
It's definitely tough times. It's different times for sure, but I think everyone's in the same predicament here. So how I felt with my clients during this time was they need help. This is probably the most time they need my help. So
Well,
finding ways to service.
tell everyone what you do first.
Okay, so I'm a personal trainer, strength and conditioning specialist, golf fitness specialist. I've been doing personal training now for a long time, probably
Very
about
long time.
16 years.
Yeah.
I grew up when I moved to Vancouver. I worked at a company called Groundwork Athletics. I worked for that company for 9 years. And this past year, a good friend of mine, we just launched our own personal training company called The Athlete's Way. So I mix in a bit of golf as well. I'm out in Coquitlam at the Vancouver Golf Club doing I can session and sanction sessions out there for the members, and at Eagle Quest in Coquitlam doing more TPI golf fitness related stuff. So been busy, yes.
You've been a trainer for 16 years, and I think you and I met close to 2009, 2010. Is that correct?
Right when I came into Groundworks, yeah, exactly.
Right. So up until about a year or two ago, you've always worked for a gym. Is that correct?
Pretty much, yes. I left Groundworks in 2018, December. So
what made you decide to start your own business?
You can only work for under someone for so long. I sealed out of that company, and it came time to a point where I was ready. I was ready to start my own company, and now it's probably the best decision I made because you're your own boss.
Well, the one thing I know about you, Al, is because I have known you for at least 10 years. I was saying this to one of my other friends to train the other day. You're one of the very few trainers that I know that has been able to retain the same clients year in and year out, which is kind of unheard of in our industry, right? Because most people hire a trainer, they hire them in the intention maybe 3-4 months. Okay, I'm going to go do this on my own. But you're one of those guys. I remember seeing clients that have been with you for 5-6 years, still training you on the floor. How do you do that?
Yeah. You know what? It's just your service, obviously, and caring. Like, I've had my clients train with me. Some of them been decade now, especially with leaving Groundworks. Like, I have had a couple business transactions in the past year with leaving Groundworks to start my own company and then rebranding my company with Francis to create something bigger. So there's been a few switches of the business, and my clients are just, yep, it's good. Let's keep going. And if you supply a good service and care about your client, they'll renew. And one of the things is with that, saying that, now that we're in this kind of times with social distancing and everything, my clients still stuck with me. They're just basically, okay, we can't go to the gym. Al, what are we doing? So, okay, well, what equipment do you got at home? Okay, make your programs, go off that. And at least they're still getting a workout in times where, we're stuck at home. So
I think you're the perfect example of someone who offers a quality service versus the quantity. And I was mentioning that to another person the other day about how we're seeing a lot of gyms now, especially during the shutdown with COVID-19, and a lot of them, especially the big corporate gyms, they seem to be failing. And I think it's because, like you said, they don't really offer that quality type of service, that customized service that you or I might offer. And so maybe a lot of their clients aren't loyal to them. So your clients are still seeing you, but what are you doing with them?
So I'm doing what's called, I created a new system called virtual training. Virtual training is basically just over FaceTime or Zoom, right? Basically how we are. As long as I can see their movement and their structures, I can coach them. So we set it up where I can see what they're doing. They give me a list of, okay, I got a yoga mat, I got a set of dumbbells, I got a kettlebell, I got a mini band. Okay. And then from there, we go. Based on what we've done in the past, it's a little bit different because now you don't have like a gym environment to work on. I don't have a big squat rack. I don't have platforms or or stuff to work with. But I mean, you can still deliver a quality session.
Sure.
I've been doing that for years.
Well,
with very little equipment too. It's
I was about to say, I mean, you and I trained out of a very small space, a very small crowded space with a lot of independent contractors for years. And sometimes you only had maybe 6 or 7 square feet to work with anyways. And you would have to improvise and kind of think on your toes. So I think all that practice for all those years are really starting to pay off now when all you have
Exactly.
no
Oh man,
equipment.
it's so easy. They could be like, all I have is a yoga mat. Okay, I can still give you an hour session and still make your program progress if you're training for periodization with very little equipment, just
Right.
because all the experience that I have had, like you just said, Groundworks was a perfect example. That small side at certain times became a zoo.
Sure.
Um, we just make it work.
And have you had to adjust your rates because of that, or is it still pretty much the same packages that
So
people? Yeah.
no, because with virtual training, it's a different platform.
Okay.
But here's the beauty of it: if with personal training, you obviously have rent, right?
Sure.
If you contract out of a gym, you have to pay the rent fee. Well, now there's no rent fee because I'm just doing it out of my house. So yes, cost of the session is down, but in terms of what the company actually makes, it's not too much. It's not too much less. Yes, personal training is still a better service, obviously, but this is like the loophole to tie holes, because let's say your client now, okay, Al, that's great. We've built up the last 3 months. Now I'm going on vacation for 3 weeks. Okay, well, great. Well, now we still have a service that you can subsidize. Yes, you can do it in your hotel room. Is it what, the grand apple of what we're trying to achieve? No, but it can still keep us with momentum. It's better than nothing. So I'm going to keep this service running when society goes back to normal.
Well, I like what you're doing. You're making things more feasible for people as well, more cost effective, especially right now when a lot of people have lost their jobs or they're worried about losing their jobs. So people are a little bit more cautious with their spending right now. So to offer
Absolutely.
them the same, not the same, but the same level of service that they would normally get from you, just without the gym atmosphere, that's fantastic. I want to go into your new business, the Athlete's Way. Now,
Yeah.
you said
So
that you teamed up with Francis, who I know quite well. He's another great trainer. Explain to me what happened there.
so Francis and I were always, I'd like to work with each other. I like to work with you, but there is always a tie there where, because contracting for Groundworks for so long, right? If I were to say quit right then and then contract with Francis out of Groundworks,
Right,
probably wouldn't have looked too good. So
right,
like what Francis did was he had an opportunity as well to go overseas and work overseas for a year. So he
okay,
did that. He took that opportunity. So now he's back. Okay. And while he was overseas, we kept in touch, of course, and chatting about it. And it just came that we're like, well, okay, well, I got my own thing. He's got his own thing, right? He's going to come back. And now we kind of put our books together. So this past little bit has been really January, February, March, the back end of things. We have our website, we have our systems all set in place. So, I mean, right now we're just basically waiting until society gets back to normal where we can rock out. Since we have 3 locations in the downtown area, we're going to train out of Fit Nastica, where I'm doing sessions right now. That's in Yaletown, and then at Health Out with
oh,
Dr.
okay.
O.
Dr. O.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Dr.
I've got
O
to get
is,
Dr. O on the show.
yes,
Yes,
yeah.
Ryan's got to get on here.
So which is great. Ryan, I really like Ryan's facility. That's right up my alley. In terms of corrective exercise and movement. So I really enjoy contracting. Plus, knowing Dr. O for years, there's a good relationship there. And quite frankly, we had a virtual meeting last Friday with Groundworks, and I met with Donnie, and we're going to contract over there.
Excellent. Good for you guys.
So what happened there, and the reason why we said, okay, well, let's just see. The yard is moving.
Oh,
So
yes. Okay.
if a land moves, there's going to be more space on that side.
Right.
Could be a potential for clients.
That's
I
great.
mean, at the end of the day, it's up to the client where they want to train. So
Sure.
we'll just facilitate where that is.
Well, what kind of clients do you guys work with primarily?
General population, I work more with more specific needs.
Okay.
Since last year, I made my business niche more into golf. I work with a lot of golfers.
Mhm.
These people are roughly, maybe in their 50s and 60s, and they like golf, but their backs are starting to hurt, or their shoulders are not doing what they need to do. So they're having pain issues. Well, my job is to go in there, train them so they can golf without pain.
Right.
So I hold that at the Vancouver Golf Club and at Eagle Quest in Coquitlam. Other than that, it's mostly general population. I train a lot of athletes still with in regards to endurance, so cycling, running, just a lot of people that I've met over the years and built my book off.
Do you find out, because like you said, you've transitioned from one gym to the next. That's a big transition for a lot of trainers. Would you say the majority of your clients went with you, or were they a little bit hesitant to leave the current gym they were at?
90% of my book followed.
Good for
just
you.
because in
It's
this,
you.
exactly. It's the service that if you do the things right, it's not about corporate, it's about the client. You were mentioning like big box gyms. Look at Steve Nash. They just fired everyone.
Yeah.
They're making dollar decision choices,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Dollar driven choices where, if we take care of our clients in this time of need, maybe the revenue is not there, but that's fine. If we help our clients, well, then when things go back to normal, they're going to be on the forefront. Well, who helped me in the time of need, right?
Exactly.
Who supplied me with an at-home workout? Who is on Instagram helping me do things, that kind of thing. And then that will pay for itself. So reputation and brand is protect that. It's everything.
And that's exactly why I wanted to have this discussion with you, because I have been bringing on a few other trainers that I've known for years, and they have the same strategy or a similar approach that you have, is that, hey, I'm selling myself here, and at the same time, I want to offer a good service. And I'm sure just like you develop like a friendship with a lot of your clients. You want your clients to succeed. You don't just look at them as dollar signs. You want them to do well. So times like this, exactly, you might have to take a bit of a pay cut, but when things get better, most likely these people will return to you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
It's reaching out. It's literally caring. It's giving a shit is what it is. It's 100%. Just literally, I do my job with passion. I love my job. I love seeing my clients get the goals that they're after, because it was my knowledge that helped them get there. Right. That's a satisfying, we're on a team when this is what I do. So it's very rewarding.
What made you decide to get into personal training originally?
Back in living in Penticton, I was finished school. I had a pretty bad shoulder injury playing hockey when I was younger. And then I was in construction right out of high school. Right. Wasn't really my gig. And then I was like, well, I really like working out. I like sports. So I got into human kinetics program that OUC in Penticton offered. And then I literally just took it from there. Oh, well, you should do this. Okay, let's do this. Continued my program up in Kelowna, got my diplomacy. And then I moved down to the coast. Right. Before working at Groundworks, I worked at Gold's Gym in Burnaby for a year. And that was
with Patrick, right?
Yes.
Right.
That was an interesting time, to say the least, but it was a good time. Learned a lot.
And that's another gym that, not Gold's Gym franchise, but that particular gym has now closed down. So you and I have actually gone through, we've lived through quite a few gyms that have opened and closed over our careers. Why do you think that is? That so many gyms, do you think it's just not a good business to open up a gym, or why do you think they go belly up so easily?
When you're a box gym, you don't care. It's like, hey, Joe, hey, Marianne, hey, Sally, it's number 0001, right? There's no personal community in the gym. It's just get in, get out type mentality, and it's the lack of care. Sure. If you care for someone and show them a good, like I said, service of taking care of them and following up properly, and they're going to be with you for a very, very long time.
I agree.
Some of my clients have been with me over 10 years. So
it's very impressive. You and I have a little inside joke where we've joked about over the years about what we call studio trainers, right? Where we say fake trainers, these trainers that have like maybe 2 or 3 clients, and they train maybe 4 or 5 hours a week, and then they have another side job on the side, like really they're a real estate agent or they're in the restaurant industry. How do you find trainers like that, do you think they give us kind of a bad name in the industry, or are you okay with them working alongside you on the floor?
You know what? It is what it is, but I'm not going to tell how someone should run their own business or perform their own practice on the training floor. But I can definitely see a rookie trainer compared to a more knowledgeable coach.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying, that would be my thing. Because I was a rookie once.
Sure.
So like, I find the trainers that, maybe don't care, are just counting reps or counting time. Again, it's more of the dollar. I'm going to train you because I need money type deal,
Sure.
rather
Okay.
than this is what I'm doing to help you achieve your goals. Right.
Yeah.
So, again, it just comes to that care factor. Now, you and I, obviously, this is our careers. I take pride in my craft. So I have a pretty high knowledge of what I'm doing in the gym.
Sure.
Does that mean the person that doesn't, are they as good? A lot of it's personality. You could have all the knowledge in the world of training. Like you could study the textbook, but I find if you can't interact with people properly, then that's not going to be, you're not going to be successful either. So there's a balance. There's definitely a balancing act.
I agree. You definitely have to be social. You have to be a people person if you're going to last in this industry. I worked
100%.
alongside kinesiologists, like you say, with the degrees, higher education than you or I have, and yet they have a hard time building up a clientele base. And I don't know if it's because they haven't developed those social skills or those personal skills, but they know everything textbook, but they're just lacking that little bit of personal touch.
Well, the textbook doesn't talk back. So
exactly.
It's good to have, don't get me wrong, knowledge is good. Like keep reading, keep doing your things, but personal experience. I worked for Groundworks for 9 years.
Right.
You know how many training hours that is, like on the floor of experience? I have a master's degree in GWA 101.
Yes.
So
yes.
That doesn't just go for the actual training of like the actual knowledge of the training. That goes to how to greet them, how to actual service the session, how to everything, because it's not like, you hang out with these, we have a job to do. These are our clients.
Yes.
We have to get the job done, do it in a professional manner where it's fun and whatnot, but we're like, results matter. Results speak. Otherwise we're not doing our job.
I couldn't agree more with you. And again, I mean, none of this is scripted. You're not faking any of this. You truly do care about your clients' results, and it shows. Because people will eventually see through that, that fakeness of like that, oh, hi, how you doing? You don't really care how they're doing, or you don't really remember their current injuries or, their family, what's going on in their personal life. Because again, if it's just dollar signs, it's in and out, right?
Exactly.
I've worked in gyms where the owners don't even come out of their office. They stay in their office. So, I mean,
there's no community to the field, and then it's just, that can only be successful in my mind for so long.
I agree.
This is why I do have a retention rate of clients staying with me for long period of time. Otherwise you're just always trying to fill the funnel, right? You get new client here, this client leaves, got to get a new client. It's the retention is what you want, because new biz will come.
Okay.
Yeah. But when you're retaining the clients that you already have, then that's when the funnel starts to get going, because new business is coming in and you're retaining this. Well, you're going to have more clients. You're going to have more book. And it's not even about having how many clients you have. It's the quality. It's about having a good brand, servicing these people well, and just being professional, honestly, just on point, professional, and it'll speak for itself. You win your clients over by doing these things. Little things for sure.
It's funny. One of my clients said to me today, she said, the real businesses are going to come out of this. And she's talking about COVID-19. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she said, if you're a real business and you offer a good service and your clients are loyal to you, regardless of how long this goes on for, you will survive. And it kind of reassured me in a way, thinking, you know what, she's right. If you're good at what you do, you'll always be good at what you do, and you will survive it no matter what. I want to ask you, I know right now that you're doing a lot of Zoom workouts with your clients, but Do you offer other online services? Like, do you guys offer nutritional plans, or do you have any online platforms?
With that, the business being so fresh and new, we're scaling into like more nutritional guidelines.
Okay.
Francis and myself aren't, that's not our bread and butter though. That's not our focus.
Right.
Myself I'm highly educated in FMS, movement schematics and whatnot. So with my TPI knowledge and FMS, I bring a high level of movement to the game. And we are after more so like, basically our brand is, by working at Groundworks for such a long time, is it's athletic based movement. Our brand, we are going to train our athletes or our clients to move athletically. Whether you're brand new to fitness, you need help like corrective exercise wise, or you're the elite athlete or the weekend warrior that just wants to go. Like our brand is, we can service all these people. We just have to be organized to do it. And this is where cookie cutters, like you and I have seen it in the past, where trainers would be on the floor. They have 7 clients that day, but it's the same workout. You just funnel them through. There's no personal, there's no touch, there's no care. It's lazy.
It is.
So if I have 7 clients in a day, all 7 are getting a different program, bar none. It's personal, it's specific. It's not do the same thing over and over again because that's what I find anyway.
Well, and you're right. And I agree with you. I think that, like you said, offering the same session to 7 different people, that really devalues the service. And I think that's what's given the personal training industry as a whole a little bit of a bad reputation. I have a lot of clients that when they first come to work with me, they're a little hesitant. And like, and it's almost like, I'm like thinking, why are you hesitant? You haven't even given me a shot yet. But maybe they were in a previous relationship with a trainer, they were burned. Trainers wouldn't show up. Like, I've heard horror stories of trainers not showing up for their own sessions or showing up 15 minutes late for sessions. And I'm thinking, how unprofessional is that? But it's actually more common than you think.
I think that's, yes. So in terms of that, personal trainers with the lack of common sense of like how to structure your business and be on time, have a plan, be professional, look the attire, look the part. Those are the things that training you can learn. Those are the things I find you can't teach, right? You either want it or you're not, right? If you're late, if you're not 5 minutes early, you're late to your session.
I agree.
There's just too much stuff that has to take part to, and especially if it's first impressions. If you got a brand new client and you're late, I guarantee you that person's not signing up again, just because those are the things that you can control. Okay. Like, I really think that's just lazy.
I agree.
If you supply, like I said, it comes back, supply good service, clients will stick. Clients will stick for sure.
I know how COVID-19 has affected you on a business scale, but what about on a personal scale with your own personal life? What have you noticed?
I'm very social. So what I find is, my social activity is basically this right now.
Right.
I find, for me personally, I like to go to the gym, like for myself, my own workouts. And it's not the fact that I'm not working out at home. I just like being in the gym. There's the atmosphere of a gym, of what's going on. It's just, I love it. Another thing is golf. I'm not golfing right now because, I'm doing anything. So
everything's closed.
Yes, exactly. So I find for me personally that, is it. I'm not getting my, so I like to golf. I like to, work out, socializing with friends. I'm doing it this way. All I have to do is just create a new routine. Because for the first little few days, what I found, I was like, this is weird. I'm at home all day. Okay. Now that I'm into it a little bit, I've developed, I think if you have your routine set, example for myself, I'm going to get up. Even though I'm at home, I'm still going to get up as I would if I was going to work. I'm going to shower. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to go to work. So that kind of helps me stay in that routine. Right. And now, with the virtual training, I have clients. Yeah. So, example, today I have a 3:30 client. I will service them and be ready for that, and just make sure my clients are So it's like going, it's just different. All you had to do, it's this, you just find that different routine.
In
And
a
once
way,
you find it,
yeah. Well, in a way, it's almost like you've reinvented yourself.
you have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be lost. You're going to be just wandering around and whatever. Like virtual training, I never thought of until this actually came, and I didn't even think about it. I was just like, clients, what can I do? What can I do? Let's try a FaceTime session, and the clients liked it. So I was like, wait, if they're liking it, there's an opportunity here, right? I've actually had clients actually go from 1 time a week to around 4 because they can do it in the comfort of their own home. There's no commute time. There's no. Also, some of these clients that I'm getting actually new biz because, oh, wow, I can train with Al and I don't have to be downtown. People from Penticton, people from Kitimat, people that don't even live in the lower mainland are now starting to reach out because they have an opportunity to, train with me. And if they couldn't before.
It's almost like this could be a whole new business, a whole new component to the business. Even once COVID-19 is over, maybe this will be something that even with your business, you still do on the side,
100%. There's value. Some people could do this. Maybe they want to do 1 personal training session a week, but they'll do 2 virtual trainings on top of that, right? So there's ways to subside and fill the gaps. Personal training is still the bread and butter market, but this helps. This definitely it can help, and especially if I'm seeing success, keep it for sure.
Yeah. No, and that's actually really great advice, actually, for anyone who's trying to reinvent themselves right now, not only in our industry, but in any industry. I mean, you work with what you got. And right now, you've got a home, and like you said, you have a yoga mat, you have anything, like have 2 water jugs, whatever you have, you can still get out there and get moving. And that's what you teach, is movement.
Exactly. No, it's key where you roll with the times. This is no different than like how we were on the floor. If I had my square foot let's say I planned a program and I get to the training floor at Groundworks and it's packed. Well, I'm not going to be able to do my program. I got to reamp this and still deliver at a high. Yeah. Well, that's kind of what the situation that's happened is. Okay, what do I have to work with? I have clients. I don't have a gym now, so my meeting place is done. Okay, well, how can we meet? Okay, everyone's got a cell phone these days, so just try things and end up working out.
I really respect that creativity and the resiliency you've got to keep going no matter what. I like that. It's very motivating.
The average personal trainer does not last 2 years in this industry. I'm going on 16. Yourself's going on many years. Like
about the same, actually. I think, yeah, easily. We've been doing this a long time.
So, like, you know what it takes to service these clients, and just especially in this, because they're in the same situation, right? No one's just going to be like, okay, the pandemic's here, let's just sit on the couch all day. No, everyone wants. This is where health is actually more important than ever. So as coaches, as professionals, we got to be there, and we should want to be. We should care about this. Again, the gyms or the trainers that are not going to be successful out of this are the ones that don't give a shit.
Exactly. I agree 100%. If someone wants to get in contact with you, what's the best way to do that?
So my website is www.theathletesway.ca. You can go on there and reach out, book a free consultation with me. My email address.
Oh, we lost you, Al. Uh-oh. We lost Al. We're going to see if we can get him back. Hold on a second here. All right, we're back on. Little break up there. So you continue with your contact information.
So you can reach out on my website at www.theathletesway.ca. We also have an Instagram account, theathletesway.ca as well. And my email is Alan, ALAN, at theathletesway.ca. If you're interested in corrective exercise, golf, fitness, strength and conditioning, the Athletes Way can help. So go to our website, check us out, book a free consultation if you're interested, go from there.
Great. And I'll make sure to plug in all of Al's contact information in the description of this video so people can get in contact with you guys. And I really hope they do, because I mean, you're offering virtual sessions right now. And I know from working with you that you can literally, when we say work in like 3 foot of square space, you can work. So, I mean, and I know how practical you are with just finding ways to make people move.
It's amazing what I find. Like example, I'm training Francis, my business partner, and he's soccer style. And in 30 minutes, I can gas him. You just got to be creative. It's all the knowledge over the years up here, and then now it's just okay. We have this. How do we deliver it?
Right.
We have this much time. Okay, how do we sanction a session with what we have and still deliver the workout? That's all it is. It's just deliver.
That's smart.
If you can deliver it, then away you go.
That's smart. I'm gonna have to get Francis on here. I want to hear from him as well. But I'm really excited for you guys. I'm looking forward to hearing more about your business, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the downtown core when COVID-19 has let up a little bit.
Yes,
And
exactly. We'll have to go for coffee or something.
no, a workout. Actually, I might book one of your virtual sessions with you. See if you can train me in my square foot apartment here.
We can do that. No problem. No problem. Just let me know what you got, Nick. And
Awesome.
I see your programs though. I don't know. I see how you work out. It's good stuff.
I don't know. I don't know if I can keep up with you guys, but you'll see. Al, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And
thanks for having. My pleasure.
And I hope to see you again soon. I know I'll see you again soon, and we'll get a workout together soon.
Sounds good, Nick.
Thanks so much, Al. You have a great day. Bye.
Take care. Bye for
Thanks,
now.
Al. Thanks so much.